checking out this video. Don't forget, like and subscribe. So then now comes Will Ospreay, who basically says, I'm not losing a Double or Nothing. This is not your redemption story. This is my ascension story. So they're kind of going face-to-face when Don Callis comes out, and the place is just booing this guy out of the building. They're chanting.
He got super heat.
Yes, and so Will ends up saying, why don't you pick two guys, bring them down here, and we'll take them on. And he kind of puts his hand on Hangman, but Hangman stops him and he grabs his hand. He doesn't want Ospreay's hand on him. So Don sees this and he's all excited and he says, wow, first good idea you've ever had. I'll be happy to put two guys against you, provided Hangman doesn't have a breakdown by next week. So that's next week on Beach Break. It is Hangman and Ospreay versus two members.
Well, it's going to be Takeshita and Josh Alexander. So it'll be a hell of a match. Yeah. I mean that's... because I guess they don't want Fletcher in there for that. I think Fletcher's going to be in something else. They had teased Fletcher in, I think it was a 6-man or an 8-man. An 8-man.
And we had Stokely and FTR interrupting the announcers, and they buried Tony Schiavone, and Dax shoves him down.
I want to make a mention of something, too, also. The one thing is, obviously Will Ospreay is super over and all that, but I think one of the things, and it kind of differentiates WWE and AEW, and it's not a good one for AEW, is when stars come out on WWE, they look like stars, they dress like stars, they look like unique people, and like Paige, it's fine because he's a cowboy, that's the gimmick. But Ospreay's a superstar, and I just felt that he needs to look the part of a superstar when he's not doing superstar moves and doing superstar promos for that matter. His promo was awesome, but I just felt like, like in WWE, guys are going to look like stars when they're out there, and part of being a star is he's talked to Sean Waltman about this, all the time. It's like, part of being a star is a big part of being a star is looking like a star. And it really hit me because, Will looked like that. And then you see, Lashley and Shelton Benjamin and MVP, and they come out there. And I'm not saying everyone's got to go out there and dress like Ric Flair, you know what I mean? But that was part of, that was one of the reasons that Ric Flair was Ric Flair, was because he did that. And, and all the NWA champions, it's always suit and tie, because you look like a superstar because you're supposed to be a superstar, whether it was Thesz, Kiniski, Dory Jr., Dory Jr. used to always impress on me, and he learned that from Kiniski. When you're the world champion, or you're going for the world title, you look like you're somebody. So it's just friendly advice to Ospreay. And to everyone, you're a TV star, and when you're on television, you should look like somebody important.
So anyway, FTR's out there, and Dax shoves down Schiavone, and he says, this isn't about you, it's about Daniel Garcia. You gave us no choice. Sometimes you got to learn the lessons the hard way. Tomorrow on Collision, we're going to hurt Danny a lot more than it's going to hurt us.
They're doing the singles match, which I presume sets up a tag match for the pay-per-view.
It is Danny Garcia versus one of FTR. I don't know why they can't just announce who it is.
I don't know why either. So, I mean, I don't know.
We had Ann and Harley J. They're a team now, getting ready for their this upcoming match. Constant references to tits, asses, and fat asses. And don't yell at me. That's just what they said.
That's their gimmick. That's their gimmick. Harley Cameron's just super entertaining, So I think it's just a way to kind of give her screen time. I mean, everyone knows that she's really, really entertaining.
If you love this show, you should consider signing up at WrestlingObserver.com. WrestlingObserver.com has every show that we have ever done. Over 15,000 podcasts in the archives, dating back to 2005. Searchable by show, searchable by year. Perhaps the first show you ever watched was 2008 WrestleMania? Well, you can head into the archives and you can find the podcast we did all built around the 2008 WrestleMania. Every major show, whether it be WWE, AEW, we covered it all. 15,000 archived shows at WrestlingObserver.com. Also, when you subscribe, you get full access to the Wrestling Observer newsletter. There's a new Observer every Friday. And on top of that, we have thousands and thousands of archived issues of the Observer dating back to 1991. So again, WrestleMania 2008. Go to the archives, search WrestleMania 2008, read all of the issues surrounding that show. Of course, Wrestling Observer newsletter, 40,000 words of news and information on pro wrestling and mixed martial arts every single week. New issue comes out every Friday. New back issue comes out every Monday. You also get the discussion board. One of the best discussion boards on the internet. It's members only. If you're going to troll, well, you got to pay to troll, and there aren't too many of those. And if you cause too much trouble, you're out of there. So if you want a great place to discuss professional wrestling, it is the board. Also available as a subscriber at WrestlingObserver.com. The whole package, all of the new shows, all of the archived shows, all of the new issues of the Observer, all of the archived editions of the newsletter, all of the past episodes of Wrestling Observer Radio, Wrestling Observer Live, The Bryan and Vinny Show, Figure 4 Daily, Filthy 4 Daily, The Board, all of it, just $14.99 per month. The full shebang, and you can save a lot of money getting an annual subscription. A full year, you basically get 2 months free. So check it out, WrestlingObserver.com, everything you'll ever need as a fan of professional wrestling. Check it out today at 4WOnline.com.